Hello, you're welcome to the channel. It's Rad from Radko Tarot. And in this whole video, we're going to look into Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and as well Scorpio Rising weekly general tarot reading March 1st up until March 7th, 2021. And if you are interested in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, you can check out the description down below. And there you're going to find a link to my website where you can view and purchase, of course, either or both of these services. So with that being said, moving to the Scorpio reading, to our reading for the week March 1st up until March 7th, 2021. And the first card we do have, that is going to be the Five of Cups. Here, can you see it? Yeah, okay. So Five of Cups. Moving next, we do have the Two of Pentacles. Afterwards, that is to be the Ace of Swords, followed by the Knight of Wands. And the last one here, that will be Temperance. Ooh. Okay, so these five cards. I hate to say it, but at least for myself, that is. That will be a thing of an experience. It's because, for what it seems, I am about to learn a hard way something, and that is valid for every single one of us. But let's start with the first card here, which is the Five of Cups. And with the Five of Cups, that card relates very much to the previous week as well, which is what it is, 22nd of February up until the 28th of February. So it relates to it, and it kind of points that throughout that particular week, you know, we had to do something, let's say, or we have chose a specific path. And at the start of this week, March 1st up until March 7th, we do see that things aren't exactly going the way we thought they are gonna go. So that being said, we are either going to be disappointed by the circumstances, or we may be disappointed by ourselves as well. Or maybe we are going to be disappointed with our expectations. Either. Now, this disappointment, though, it's something very natural. What I mean is that just because we find ourselves being disappointed at that stage doesn't mean that we are moving into the wrong direction. Because by presumption, with this card, Five of Cups here one more time, this disappointment is just a partial one, and it should not be the reason for us to give up on the path that we have chosen. Some of us may even experience some kind of a losses, but even if that's the case, those losses are going to be a partial losses. And the thing about the Five of Cups, it is that how can I say, it manifests itself to show us that we cannot carry on everything. Okay, at some point things just happen which are out of our control, and we just have to make our peace with that. We just have to make our peace with that and keep on moving. Because if you do look at the traditional Five of Cups, we do have a man staring at three cups that spilled their content on the ground. But what the man doesn't pay attention to it is the two cups behind him that are still holding up their content. And the man should keep up with those two cups instead of staying at one place, being regretful about the three that spilled the content out. Should keep up on the path that they have consciously chosen. So that being said, at the start of the week, we as Scorpio, we have to prepare ourselves for some kind of a blows, which are not going to be that big, but still, as they were unexpected, it's going to make us feel a little bit bad, and how can I say, a little bit disappointed as well. And right after that here, we do have the Two of Pentacles, and that is the how can I say, that is the wake up, I would say. When I said at the start of the reading, I'm about to learn something the hard way, that is with the card that happens. And this is the reflection over those disappointments, why they do happen. And the reflection of it is that they happened because we tried to do something new with the old ways. That is pretty much the reflection. We were not flexible enough. We were not agile enough. Our old concepts cannot produce something new. And so through that realization here with the Two of Pentacles, we are going to strive to be way more adaptable than before. We are going to strive to be way more, how can I say, way more aligned than before. And at that stage, some concepts that we do have for how we do things, you know, for how we live, for example, for how we tackle with friends, even with relationships, career, these concepts are going to start changing because per our realization, the concepts we live in, the concepts that we are expecting that are going to produce results, pretty outdated. And now as we do have a new situations, we need to adopt a new concept. So that is an internal work that is going to happen at the first portion of the week. We need to become in tune with what is going on around instead of, how can I say, living in the past. And Two of Pentacles also points that at that stage we may have multiple things that we need to tackle with, but that's practical manifestation of the card. Also points that at this point we are going to have enough awareness where what thing we should keep up with and what can be postponed. So at the end, you know, everything finish the line or goes to the finish line at the same time. And right after this realization of the concepts, or kind of like realization that we need to have another concepts, that is where the Ace of Swords manifests. And with the Ace of Swords, my God, it's so tight and linked in, so difficult to transcribe, so difficult to translate. Now with our newfound concepts, with our newfound perspective, we are going to see the situation in our life, career, relationship-wise, or in general, for what the situation truly is. So we are going to have the truth in front of us. We are going to have the truth of our relationship. For example, is the person we are with loves us? Is that relationship have potential to move forward? All right. Same thing about the job. Is that job going to give us eventually, you know, a promotion, or they are just straight away lying into our face that if something happens, they are going to promote us? We are also going to have the truth for ourselves, how much we are up to, all right, how much we can do. And at that point, through that truth, through this accurate diagnosis over our life, over our situations, it's highly likely that we are to acquire, or rather like to undertake an appropriate actions to move forward. Not like the actions of the previous week, okay, that were outdated, or that they were laying on the outdated foundations, outdated concepts. Now with the new concepts, new actions are to be put into bear, and those new actions are to produce new and pretty much better results. The thing though, it is that we are a little bit late. Not too late, but a little bit late. And those actions will have to be a little bit more drastic than to our taste, okay, than the actions we would like to put into per our taste. Another thing about the Ace of Swords at that point, it is that a lot of truths are going to be spilled out. So you may expect at that stage of the week, which should be halfway through or towards the end, to have a serious conversations with people that beforehand, you know, you either had some kind of a barrier to say what you have to say, or you couldn't find the words about it as well, or simply you found that it is inappropriate to say it. Now with the new concepts, that is not going to be a barrier for you any longer. That is not going to be a limitation for you, and simply you are going to say the things exactly as they are. For the truth is only one, and there is only one way to say it. If you do have many ways to say something, then it's not true at all. Moving next, we do have, right after this realization, right after this adjustment that we are going to do of ourselves into life, somebody manifests, and that is the Knight of Wands. That is a person. It could be a man, it could be a woman, it could be somebody you know, or it could be somebody new, or that we know, or it could be somebody new. Now this individual, very enterprising individual, somebody that for as long as they are interested into what they do, they are doing it until it manifests, until it wraps itself up. And for that individual, there is no such thing like I cannot do. Whenever they are presented with something, should they find it interesting, they are always finding a way. So how this could manifest for us, it does depend on our situation. You know, for example, that could be somebody that wants to make business with us, and while we may see predicaments doing it so, or some kind of a barriers, limitations, they are going to find a way how to manifest that. Same thing goes with a relationship as well. But once again, I want to stress this one around here, Scorpio, for as long as it's interesting to them. If you do make the endeavor in between you, or if we do make the endeavor in between us and the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands is simply going to walk away. It's all about the interest. And the Knights of Wands, it could be from a great deal of help to us, because the Knights of Wands, they are not shy of helping. Even if without asking them, they are going to help you as well. So it's a very good companion. It's somebody who always have a brilliant solutions. It's someone who is not afraid to try. It's somebody who's always seeks a way through. And it will be a shame if we do miss this one, either in terms of career or either in terms of relationship as well. Very important here, once again, though, is to keep up the interest with them, to show them that we still have what to offer, to show them that what they want to accomplish with us, it's we are into it. That's all it takes, because the sheer goal that they do have, it seems interesting, and we just need to look interested into this interest, if that makes sense. And right after that, right at the end of the week here, we do have Temperance. So that is the retrospective of the week itself. That is our analysis, what we went through, because it's going to be quite a lot here. Not everybody, how can I say, is submissive. Not everybody is taking lightly the fact that they have screwed up, because that's pretty much what the cards talked about. Okay, that disappointment is because we screwed up. It is because we acted upon outdated perspectives, outdated concepts, outdated foundations. And not everybody takes that lightly, but we will have to at that point, and we will, because with the Temperance, although we may not like the how can I say, the conclusions, we may not like the opinions that other gives us to us, we may not like as well how the situations develops, but at that point we will learn how to respect that. At that point we will learn that everybody has their own opinion, and everybody is entitled to their opinion, and their opinion is constructed based on their vision, and therefore we need to how can I say, we need to respect it. We may not agree with it at all, but we need to respect it. That state of ours is going to provoke a lot of compassion and a lot of solidarity that is going to come our way. Even the people that happen to be our enemy are going to show respect toward us. But the best thing about Temperance at the end of the week, it is that we're going to find a way. Just like the Knight of Wands wants to, just so we are going to. They want to find a way, we are going to find a way. And that way is going to be pretty shielded from any of the extreme. That is going to be very interesting, but in the same time pretty, how can I say, pretty consistent. A push forward regarding of the endeavor that we are going to have with the Knight of Wands. Again, that could be a mutual business project, it could be a mutual relationship, some kind of a friendship endeavor, whatever it is for us guys. No matter how difficult it may seem and unaccomplishable it may seem, when the Knight of Wands appears in front of us, you know, and tell us what they have in mind, we are going to find a way. And the last thing I'm going to say about the Temperance here for us Scorpio, it is that at the end of the week we are going to be as well reminded of the chores we are entitled to do. Now, we may have found that completely pointless beforehand to perform our chores. We may have found them very irritating. We may have found them very annoying. But now at the end of this week, we are going to find a way how to accomplish those chores in a much more pleasant and in a much more cheerful manner. So that being said, Scorpio, this was our weekly general tarot reading March 1st up until March 7th, 2021. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do like it, guys, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.